All right, folks, let's get this money today like we do every day. That's right. Why? Because money talks and everything else walks. What the hell are you doing? Ah, ah, bless me. So, like I said, folks is funny as hell. They ain't talking about nothing, right? Let them do what they do. We're going to keep on doing us and doing what we do. Like I said, all these folks is funny. All y'all got an answer for everything. Now, Mr. Charles Walker, you see I tagged Tazo's name there too. What's up, Tazo? How you doing, Tazo? I'm gonna use you as an example today of what not to be and what not to do. Real talk, because that's all you are and all you serve a purpose for. So check this out, bro. Check this out, little homie. He gets on his channel, Tazo TV. He's a youngin' at that. He a little homie, and he tries to talk about gang politics. Doesn't know nothing about none of that. Doesn't come from the street. Never been in the street a day ever. Right? He tried boxing and failed epically. He couldn't win one boxing match. I'm 10-0 in my own league. Right? Think about this. Tazo TV tried truck driving. Failed at that. Couldn't do that. Made an excuse. Said, "Oh, truck driving ain't where it's at." Blah 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 blah. Right? When you was trying to get your CDL or whatever. These folks have failed epically at everything they've done. And then what they do is they get upset, they get offended, and get mad. Then they try to act tough while they're hiding. Like that's exactly why when I state a position, I back it up in the street to make sure you have no excuse. You see, my group, my people, me, right? We represent what's real. So now Charles Wofford wants to complain about an issue that literally you're talking about yourself, sir. I'm sorry, but what? Are things unfair towards me or towards you? You've begged your way into a little spot of land that you can get anywhere and you're squatting on it. You don't own it, right? Just like you don't own that camper, you don't own anything. And you beg for everything you've ever had. He talked about that boy tried to start talking and run his mouth again. He tried to talk about The Dark Knight Rises. What does a movie have to do with me? Number one, other than the fact that it's the prophecy. Number two, you were saying something about he was so confident with Bane. No, he wasn't. He didn't even know what was going on. So what are you talking about? I mean, if you're going to speak, at least get your facts straight, brother. I mean, like I said, you just straight doing what? Exactly what you project and say other people do. All y'all do the same thing. Let me explain something to you, brother. What Batman did in that movie was incredible and was something that none of your folks could ever do. None of you will ever accomplish anything. What Batman did with Bane, he didn't lose. He won. That's the whole point. See, you want to say things are opposite of reality. What's the point of that? So you can't just hide from all the reality, Charles. This is why you don't know how to build a business. This is why we keep pointing out that you have epically failed. And you can't handle the truth and the facts, right? Hey, listen, brother, it is what it is, man. I think you know what it is. We don't let people talk to us like that, period. Nobody's going to get away with it. And that's as far as it goes. You know what I mean? I don't got to spell it out and explain nothing. You know what I mean? Like, you want to run your mouth? Okay. You know what I mean? Like, you already know what this is. You already know what it is. So, like I said, we ain't going to explain nothing. Like I said, we only tolerate respect. And like I said, that's what they do. I mean, they really getting on camera and on these phones and computers and talking crazy, right? Saying things they would never say to my face, right? So, like I said, like, no, that's an issue. See, we're about our respect. So, like I said, I mean, it don't make no sense. Why do y'all keep doing that behind a computer? See what I'm saying? See, they think it's some kind of formula. They think it's okay to do that. That's not okay at all. You understand? That's a cop out. So, like I said, we're not going to run from it anymore. We're going to face it head on and explain to you reality. Brother, Batman won against Bane. What do you mean? He didn't lose nothing. So what are you talking about? Yeah, whatever happened with Bane happened. And then Batman went through everything he went through, healed through the impossible, right? He was broken, came back from being broken. The same thing I did. Same thing I did. Exactly what I've done right in front of you. So what do you mean? That's why he asked him, he said, I did all this to you. How have you come back? Right? It's exactly the same thing I did. They're asking me the same thing. Hi there. I'm waving them. Yeah, they're asking the same thing. How have you come back? Because I don't give up. That's why. You understand? Like, yeah, no, he won against Bane. Did you not watch the movie all the way to the end? See what I'm saying? So, like I said, these folks, they all keep talking and talking. None of them want to be positive. None of them want to face reality. So now you want to talk about a systemic issue, right? A systemic issue that's already been addressed. Can we be any louder? Now you want to talk about a systemic issue that's already been addressed, that's backwards from what you're saying. Brother, there's nobody, nothing of what you're saying is true or exists. All that is towards me. Folks don't want to see me win like you. What you're doing is blatantly what you're complaining about. Right. You don't want to give us a fair chance and equality and fair opportunity. Brother, you begged your way into nothing. This dude, they so crazy. They got him talking in a sense that doesn't exist, and I'm supposed to care. This dude said, get on your hustle like us. You mean begging? So I should go beg? Because, I mean, I can go beg today. I can go beg any day. I mean, is that what you're telling me I should do? Tell me what I should do, Charles. Give me the formula for failure. Well, let's put it to the test. Let's see if it works. I mean, do you want me to beg while I'm on live stream? Because I'll still get paid for it and you won't. This dude talks backwards. He said, get on your hustle like us. And then, you'll have land and a vehicle. Brother, I own 5 cars and my land is way more acreage than you. I own buildings worth billions of dollars. Yeah, I told you reality. What do you mean? That's what you are? That's what you are? What you'll always be. Nothing more, nothing less. I mean, what do you mean? What purpose do y'all serve? What are you talking about? What have y'all ever contributed to this country? What do you mean? See, that's what you do. You complain, you pull the same card, complain and whine it, but you're role reversing because this system kisses up to you. You've been given every opportunity. King Von was given every opportunity. Tupac, Biggie, any of them out here, they get every opportunity. Y'all even got all the so-called women brainwashed to sit there and cater to you as if you were anybody. This generation is backwards. If we went 60 years back, the women then would be laughing at all you women today. They'd say, you actually entertain them? Look at them. Look, can you not see who you talking to and who you claim to be with? What do you mean? Y'all don't even get down. Y'all don't do nothing. What do you mean? It's all for the outside for show, and then they end up playing y'all. Because that's the thing. There's no such thing as a relationship anymore. You're a commodity. You know what I mean? I will never be no commodity. See, that's the thing. Women do what I tell them. I'm going to have a real relationship where I'm in charge. Whoever I'm with, yeah, I basically own. Real talk, I got rights to them. Yeah, that's just the way it was in the past. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'll run the show in my life, in my world. Like I said, you do what you do. Just like they do what they do down here. I don't care what y'all do. You ever do what you want, posing, pretending. That's what they do. Like right there, just driving around. La, la, la. La, la, la. Right? Not talking about nothing. The homeboy, he's so mad, bro. He's straight dry hating. Everything you just complained about, you do. You want to talk about money? Batman make money. I'm getting paid right now. Why can't you keep it positive so that we don't have to respond so we can keep making our money? See, you taking the cop out, bro. If you're going to do that, none of this matters, bro. You know what I mean? Like, real talk, bro. Like, I'm about my respect, man. You're going to talk to me, right? Feel me? But it's all good, you know what I mean? Because I run New Mexico, too. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'm going to be in all these states and cities. You know what I mean? I'm going to take everything over. I'll be out there. Real talk. Like, yeah, New Mexico, Batman runs New Mexico. For real. Not just talking. Like, all these states and cities I'm going to go to, I'm going to be in the streets, active, doing what I do. And you're going to see all the power we have and how we move. And we're going to be right there in front of all of them, and they won't do nothing. See what I'm saying? Why are you talking about a film? What does a film have to do with what I've done? I mean, if you want to say something about Batman, talk about what I've done. Just like you said, I don't call myself nothing. I'm Batman. I'm the real one, the only real one that we have record of and know of. What do you mean? And I've accomplished the impossible. Why don't you talk about my story, brother? How I've won anything I ever got into with everyone, how I backed everyone down out here in these streets, how I did my thing coast to coast, how I was shutting down illegal organizations before I ever put the bat suit on. Do you want to talk about that? I mean, how I do this for a living, how my job is the coolest job in all of time in existence. I mean, like I said, use Tazo TV as an example. What has he accomplished? Folks are looking at me because they're all fans. They stare and want to talk to me and want to ask questions. It's 100% real. I'm a testimony from God. So how can you claim God but then deny God's greatest testimony through me, right? And all the truth that we represent. How are you going to sit there and say, "Oh, yeah, I'm of God"? You're not of God while you're rejecting God's testimony. You know what I mean? Wave to everybody and say hi. Like I said, it is what it is, man. You do what you want to do. You pretend. I don't care. Folks don't get I'm a celebrity, bro, just like I told you, right? Like I said, I would love things to work out with Christina, but that's my thing. I'm just used to people, turning their back on me for no reason and trying to guilt trip and act like I'm doing something wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm going through stuff I shouldn't be. I have every right to feel how I feel and be upset, and I'm going to be human and feel. For too long, I've had people who don't want to let me feel. It's just like this dude. Every time he talks, he wants to talk backwards. You're not going to talk to me like that. It's that simple. I'm tired of it. I've had enough. Yes, I'm sick of these fools hiding behind a computer and trying to act like they talking to me some way. Bro, come out here, man. All y'all come out here, bro. If you got something to say, come out here, bro. Enough of this talking on the internet hiding. Y'all feel like that? It's that serious to you? Come out here and talk. You know what I mean? Real talk. Let's see if you talk like that in front of me. Keep that same energy. And they ain't gonna do it. None of them. So like I said, y'all folks can't judge me because like I said, you don't have this many people coming for you. See my point? Why? Because none of you accomplished anything. So while you sit there wanting to complain at Charles, your business failed. There's not a folk from you, any of you people who ever succeeded. You're in the same position today, not free. That's a fact. Don't call it something a dismissive term that's not true. That's what you people do. You're the worst ones with it. When have you ever been fair towards us? Sorry, but what? When did we ever get a fair shake? So you see me getting a fair shake down here? I had to build this business. This was the only way I eat. Okay? I had to build a business out of nothing. I had to go be Batman to survive every day. This wasn't a choice. It was a requirement. It was something I had to do. Feel me? What's up? So like I said, I mean, you could sit there and say what you want, do what you want. I don't care. Folks can't even match or handle my intensity. You see, I'm out here for real. I address everybody. I keep my energy the same, Charles. Anything I got to say to you, I'll say right to you. You don't do nothing about it. Just like Tazo and all you folks. Like I said, Tazo, how many more things you going to try and fail at while I succeed? I've succeeded at everything I've done my entire life. I'm succeeding right now, getting paid to tell you what it is, put you in your place, and you can't do nothing about it, boy. I love it. We go like this is the game they want to play. They want to hide and act cute. Okay, then we can just fall back and we can be cute too. But when we be cute and we talk and say the truth, people get in their feelings. Hold up. All right, give me a minute here. I'm gonna keep talking in a second. Man, these folks is hilarious, bro. They're like, name one time any of y'all accomplished anything. All your rappers failed. Like, what are you sitting there just saying things that aren't true? Like I said, America is backwards now. It's a third world country. These folks is leaning off of lies. That dude never says one truth every time he speaks. You know what I mean? You're a joke, bro. I don't take you seriously. Nobody does.